Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. All right. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Lee Smith, welcome. Chant with us a little bit, and everybody else coming. Hare Krishna, we chant to this kind of music here. Yeah, no hard and fast rules. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gauranga, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All right, let's read a little Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Thanks for using.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Let's read from Adikanda, chapter 14, the departure of Lakshmi Devi. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for bringing the holy name to the world. Yeah, the departure of Lakshmi Priya. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is very dear to Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is very dear to Nityananda Prabhu. His transcendental body is comprised of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. His transcendental body is composed of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Eternality, knowledge, and bliss. All glories to the Lord, who was the life and soul of Pradyumna Mishra. All glories to the Lord, who is the life and soul of Pradyumna Mishra. And all glories to the most treasured object of Sri Paramananda Puri. And all glories to the most treasured object of Paramananda Puri. And all glories to you, my Lord, for you are the life and soul and the most precious gem of all the Vaishnava devotees. All glories to you, Lord, for you are the life and soul and the most precious gem of all the Vaishnava devotees. O Lord, please look merciful upon us, the living entities, and liberate us from the bonds of nescience. I humbly request everyone listen faithfully and attentively to the wonderful activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna, in his form as a young Brahmin boy. The Lord of Vaikuntha absorbed himself in the mood of a scholar and passed his time in academic pursuits. With his disciples, in every neighborhood of Navadvip, he was seen performing his self-assured and playful pastimes. In every neighborhood in Navadvip, in Navadvip, he was seen performing his self-assured, playful pastimes. By then, every person had come to unquestioningly accept my butt. By then, every person had to unquestioningly accept Nimai Pandit as a topmost scholar. And teacher of Navadvip. Rich, influential, and aristocratic men would immediately take a humble position upon seeing Nimai and offer their respects to him. The very sight of him induced a sense of awe and reverence in the residents, who were all captivated by his charm. Who were all captivated by his charm. Nimai Pandit would frequently receive gifts from various classes of people in Navadvip. Nimai Pandit would frequently receive gifts from various classes of people in Navadvip. Nimai Pandit. He set the perfect example as a householder and was as charitable as the Supreme Lord himself. Whenever Nimai saw a poor person, he would kindly offer him food, clothing, or money. In this way, Nimai generously distributed gifts to the poor. An endless stream of guests visited the Lord's house. The Lord offered each one respect according to his position and rendered him service. Sorry, it's going so slow today. And rendered him service to his full satisfaction. On some days, sannyasis would visit his house, and the Lord would serve them graciously. Once 20 sannyasis came at one time. So the Lord sent word to his mother to cook for all of them. Sachimata fell into immediate anxiety, for she had nothing in the house to feed 20 sannyasis. Lost in her problem, she did not notice that someone had brought all the different ingredients she might require and left them in the kitchen. Once 20 sannyasis came at one time, so the Lord sent word to his mother to cook for all of them. Sachimata fell into immediate anxiety, for she had nothing in the house to feed 20 sannyasis. Lost in her problem, she did not notice that someone had brought all the different ingredients she might require and left them in the kitchen. What one will come to know as you become more and more attached to Lord Chaitanya, that he is actually the Supreme God, Supreme Lord, and he's very gracious, and He starts to take care of everything. It just takes care of your mental problems if you have any, your mind problems, your body problems, uh, problems with relationships, problems with people. Attachment to the Lord gives full satisfaction to the heart. And the more this is our developing our relationship with that supreme God, that is a great mystery. You start to really know him in this personal form as a supreme personality of Godhead. I mean, that was like a real shock to me that I thought God was something that we can't really get a handle on, and it said those who, and then I had actually a vision in the early 70s of the Lord, consciously awake, out of, well, just a higher, a spiritual awakening and experience where I could perceive the Lord's presence everywhere, but only to an extent. See, this is where Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that when you start to be able to know the personal form of the Lord in these pastimes, that's really knowing him. See, that's really satisfying more than knowing that he's just perceiving that he's just everywhere present, which the Lord gave me that experience. This is complete understanding of the Lord's pastimes. One of his truths and opulence is he's everywhere present as a super soul. He sees everything, knows everything. That's one manifestation of the Lord. But this manifestation as God as a person, oh man, that is juicy. That is amazing. That is complete. And so anyway, the Lord in this Kali Yuga, as Lord Chaitanya, came here to reveal himself in this type of manifestation as a personal form, as, not just some nebulous God, 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 who is he? Well, God, God. No, I don't know. Nobody knows, really. He came to reveal his greatest revelation as God as a person, a spiritual person with spiritual qualities. See, so here he's giving the kind of awakening that we need to perceive that frequency, that vibration, that level of consciousness of this Lord. See, this is what we get in disciplic line. See, this is the pinnacle of revelation and realization of God as a person. So Jesus started to bring this understanding, but he said, I will have more to tell you. See, and he didn't explain a lot of the details that we're getting now through the study of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. See, and the only way you can know this particular Lord as a person is you have to have the awakening of this attraction they call Bhakti Lata Bij. It's this natural attraction dormant in our soul. Our soul is, it's in there. And it's awakened by association with those who have it. Okay? See, then we can begin to perceive that the glory and the truth and the great happiness of that Lord. And so when that attraction develops, awakens, you start to get new feelings. See, these feelings are spiritual and they're very pure, very purifying, very inspiring. They set you on a revolutionary path in the world. You're on your path out, through and transcending this material consciousness of the world, worldly consciousness. Yeah. So yeah. So all these. So anyway, your life. See, people's life, like Saint Paul said, the people were under the curse. This is the Bible said everybody's under the curse, and then Jesus came to bring us under the blessings. And anyway, connection and communion and attraction to liberated souls is the beginning of living an auspicious life, one of blessings. See, you come under the blessings of God. See, and so this is why if you become attached to these liberated souls that have come here to this world, and you become attracted, like attracted to the words of Christ, the words of the prophets, the words of these prophets here. These are prophets. These are from the line in India. You become attracted to these scriptures, or attracted to the Bible. See, you're attracted to what is transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge. So anyway, this knowledge is very complete and sublime. It's the latest incarnation of God, came here as Lord Chaitanya and brought all kinds of associates here to teach about extensively about the details of the kingdom of God and how to quickly attain, that level of awareness, even here, where, you're experiencing the kingdom of God. When you see the devotees here in this Sangha particularly, chanting the holy names and this ecstatic devotion, or chanting these pastimes, and you see ecstatic devotion awakening, this is how it is in the kingdom of God, if you were to actually go to that dimension. And that's our visa and passport, is this awakening here in these bodies as a human being, this devotional this feeling for the transcendental qualities of the Lord, which were recorded when the Lord was here. See, so or the revelations of prophets and those who commune with God internally. See, we're kind of doing that here now because the Lord's incarnations are not physically manifest or spiritually physically manifest. So we're just by the pastimes are connecting like that. Loving God, oneness, loves his creation as well. Okay, loving God, one loves his creation as well, or one loves God and others not. Isn't so that by love of God we love everyone. Yeah, actually, I made a comment on this lady who's a yogi, very spiritually awakened, more or less, person. And she mentioned that she was having a discussion with somebody on another path of meditation, but kind of deep into it and noticing that many things that we notice. And I made some comments. And she was saying something like, the more I'm getting in touch with whatever, I forgot exactly how she worded it, with that divine presence or all this, my relationships in the world are getting better. See, so that's a sign that you're connected, and your feelings of love for others increase. Yet there's some details about that I've noticed, and that are kind of goes on, especially when the person begins to really commune with God. The person naturally develops love for that person, so the beginning usually is you love the spiritual master. If they're a real one, they're actually a representative of the divine consciousness, and this natural love for the guru develops and purifies you, and then you start to love God more. I mean, this is what I notice even in this teaching. And Lord Chaitanya comments on this, quoting Bhagavatam verses, that those who claim to love me, love God, directly, don't really love me. And I've seen a lot of that. It's not real love. It's just a lot of words. But those who love my devotees have true love for me. Okay, now so it usually starts with could be with the scriptures. A lot of people are continuing. This is a very deep subject, by the way, and we'll get into it because it's very, very interesting, very juicy. So people are because there is reincarnation. The more you study, the more you'll see that it makes sense. People are continuing their journey. Either they're awakened or not, or a little bit awakened, and they come into this life and progress on, deeper. So So you may have some love for God because of that awakened by Vaishnava association or association with liberated souls who also love God. And, you continue on and you're in this world. And then you may actually feel God also, God's presence. Yeah. And then the Lord will give you association with those who are like kind of like Big Brother or something more deeper into it and help you cultivate that love more. Some like in our Sangha and like all Sanghas that are, doing what we're doing, basically, some new people will come where that just get the awakening. They haven't really got it much or at all. And the Lord sends them here because they really want Him somehow. They're sincere. See, so they come and they get their awakening and start progressing. Or some are already awakened a little or a lot, and then they progressing. Stuff clears off of them very fast, and then they go deeper into it. Now, what I noticed, and deeper the secret is, the deeper you go into that love for a guru, and also for those who are liberated souls, usually in the scriptures, because you don't find that many usually, unless you come here. This is pretty amazing grace place here. Yeah. So you'll start to love people that are advanced devotees. I mean, really love. I mean, you feel that love. And the reason is because when you really love God, you're loving God's transcendental potency. This awakens in your heart and gives you qualification to know the Lord, to understand the transcendental Lord. See? To understand these very deep truths, by revelation. See, and also you'll start to love those who have deep love for God. See, because the Lord is very close in them, and what you're actually loving when they're loving those persons is you're loving the Lord. See, the Lord is just powerfully present inside them. So that's where it says the really advanced devotees see Krishna everywhere. See, because they're, loving that Lord everywhere present. But they especially love him and his intimate devotees. Especially. It awakens their transcendental attraction. For example, the gopis. The Lord wanted to hide from them once. He was playing a game. So what he does is he takes, instead of having that beautiful form of Krishna, he takes the form of Narayan, with 4 majestic hands and everything, and they see him. But so the Lord he was considered in hiding by showing that form because it didn't stimulate their attraction, their deep attraction very much. They said, "Oh, Narayan, I respect." They knew it was God. Oh yeah, you're God. Oh, the Lord, yeah. But they're not so attracted. They like that more intimate relationship with Krishna. Aren't I explaining things? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, they're actually loving. They love Krishna. So that form, even though they're respectful and all that, but it doesn't really get them, it really doesn't, So that's how he hid. See, but then they have so much love for that form of Krishna that he couldn't hold that form. He transformed into Krishna. See, so it's kind of like that. I noticed the more the Lord is manifesting the bodies of these devotees here. The devotees, the more you start to feel this, I'm starting to feel like I'm really loving that. But it's because Krishna is so in them, it's just like forced to, it's just like I love Rupa Goswami and Prabhupada and all, because they're liberated souls. Krishna's really in them. And here, these devotees are getting so powerful, I can't help but love them because Krishna is in them, really strong, and close. And you're actually loving Krishna, and because that potency's in them, they're a devotee now, a real devotee, and, so you're naturally attracted like that. Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. Sounds like it does. Yeah. Yeah. So because generally the devotees, they'll be respectful to others, but as far as loving, they don't love the material potency. They love the spiritual potency. That's what it's all about, you know? This is why, see, the Lord, when he has mercy on this world, he comes like Krishna, and he comes as a devotee also. He brings his devotees. Like the Vrindavan, he came, and his devotees come, and they interact. So, but they didn't extensively interact in Vrindavan for the world. They just did it for themselves and subjectively purified the world. And he went over to Mathura and Dwarka, and more hid that very sweet, intimate form, and just killed the demons, showed the opulences that he was Mr. Strongman, and very powerful king and all that, and also, acted like a Kshatriya, that kind of thing, which the devotees in Vrindavan don't care that much for. They like his sweet manifestations in Vrindavan, deep, deep, loving thing. That's why a lot of the, even though the gopis, they could have went if they wanted to, but they didn't. They stayed to worship together in separation because they would rather be out, not seeing all that opulent Krishna like that. So these kind of things the Lord has been showing me by worshiping Lord Chaitanya, who is a fantastic avatar. Everything, you can learn the essence of everything with Lord Chaitanya, and that's why, what I was ordered by Prabhupada to do is to share this deep lila of Lord Chaitanya. And also into Radha and Krishna, also the Lord gives me revelations on that stuff too. I love when you talk like that. Well, good question. Thank you for asking. Yeah. So, Lakshmi Devi immediately went to the kitchen, and pleased with the array of ingredients, she cooked some special preparations. After the cooking, the Lord checked the arrangements. See, what you get from the devotees is you get this, if you listen attentively, you get this attraction to the Lord in the personal lila because they have it. See, and a lot of people don't have it. Most don't have it. It's a very rare thing. So if you hear the lila from attracted devotees, then you develop attraction. You get this bhakti. See? It kind of rubs off on you. You get this natural attraction to who they're worshiping. So this is all, look at the devotees in here. They're getting, they're attracted. They like to read the Leela or chant the verses, not only of Chaitanya Leela. Look at Johan and Lalita. They're very deep into the Krishna Leela too. They love it. The Lord, you could see they can taste that Leela. They're the real experts. Devotees who can taste this Leela and taste the holy name in ecstatic devotion are the real devotees, are the real advanced devotees, are the ones we all should be associating with and listening to. See? Because of that depth of their love, they understand Krishna very deeply. So we have a whole sangha of devotees here, quite a few of them advancing to those levels where you see the fruit of this ecstatic love very strong. And that's what it's all about. That was all the Lord Chaitanya was about, was to give this kind of love that gives perfect realization of God in his personal form. Okay? If anybody wants to attain Krishna, here it's very easy, because first you'll attain a relationship with Lord Chaitanya, who is the teacher of how to understand Radha and Krishna Leela. That's why he came here. If you don't have any affection or attraction to Lord Chaitanya and his associates, headed by an empowered devotee that's connected with this Leela and them, there's no real possibility for you to experience the revelation of Krishna Leela. It'll just be a show. It's a show bottle. Everybody, you'll just be doing ceremonies and the water and the conch and you won't be the conch full of water. Your eye sockets be full of water. You won't do that. See? You won't be your heart being passionate to worship the Lord in ecstasy and to meet with God. You won't have that. This is the door to it. The devotees who are empowered to preach this are rare. And we happen to be a sangha of devotees like this. Uh-huh. I don't know if my voice should be plenty loud here. I don't know. Let me check it here. I can check. Maybe it's better now. I don't know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No, it looks Hare Krishna. Oh, it looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me know if it's. Well, I might be able to turn it up too. Let's see here. Oh no, it's all the way up there. Let's see here. Hare Krishna, advanced settings. Gain, turn, control. See. Oh well. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, okay. All right. So the Lord checked the arrangements and then invited sannyasis to sit down. He supervised the serving of their prasad and he satisfied each one of them personally. In this way, the Lord satisfied all his guests and taught the world how to behave as a perfect householder. The foremost duty of a householder is to serve his guests and be responsible for responsible householders must live by that standard. The householder who does not serve and satisfy his guests properly is lower than an animal or bird. Even those who, because of their previous impious activities, have sufficient means to be hospitable, can at least offer a place to sit, some water, and a place to rest. That simple hospitality is sufficient to satisfy any guest. If it is offered with love and affection, a householder who is pious may be poverty-stricken and possess very little with which to serve a guest, but his disposition should be hospitable. He can offer drinking water and water with which a guest can wash his feet. He can offer grass mat and Okay, so he's teaching householders, and he also taught Vaidhi Bhakta sometime as a householder. See, and he wasn't revealing his deeper nature so much. Yeah. See, if you try to follow this varnashram dharma path, see, this is to try to do everything perfectly. You can spend your whole life, and a lot of devotees do, and they try to act like according to the rules, regulations, really perfectly, and everything. They spend all their time. But the Lord in His Leela and Madhya Leela, He said, "Okay, man, now I want to reveal myself." And see, so there's a time that the Lord is revealing Himself in a more deeper aspect, and that's what we're into. We're here to share. Okay, do you want to spend all your time being a perfect householder? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I have no time for Hari Katha or to come here associate with these devotees." Come on, man. You could be perfect householder or follow all the rules or regulations of the Varnashram system, be part of Prabhupada's system. You could be a guru and you're still doing that level. And you can do your whole life and then you die on that level. But anybody who comes here, you're gonna get the Madhya Lila type teaching. Even though I'm reading this, I explain it in terms of the awakening. That the Lord has come here He's revealed His love. That love is being revealed here again. Here, it's not like hiding it. Like the Lord was hiding it and just acting as a householder. And He's saying, this is the way you do this path and all this, and hiding that. And then Madhya Lila says, oh, okay, I want to reveal myself. See, I want to reveal this ecstatic path. I want to reveal how to attain it quickly. See? So that's what we do, this kind of work. So, yeah. So anyway, I'll skip a little bit. The Supreme Personality of Godhead set the example of a perfect householder and repeatedly asked his guests if they had any further needs, and if they were satisfied. Those guests, of course, were the most fortunate souls for Srimati Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narayan, the proprietor of the entire cosmic manifestation, personally fed them. And now we're entering the time, you got to be careful, man. You can't just invite any people over and all this stuff, because we're entering the time people are going to be desperate, and they're going to be starving, so much so that you may even do a good deed and find a knife in your back. So you got better find this path that we're teaching here, and just get this love of God and just transcend this whole thing. We're starting to get into the throes of Kali Yuga. People are turning. It says in Kali Yuga, people turn to cannibalism. They start eating people. If there's no food, people do desperate things. So I'm sorry. I hope you don't get depressed, but this we're at a kind of a unusual time right now. Kali Yuga is advancing very quickly for some. I don't know, just is. Okay. So anyway, the good news is, anybody who's come here, you have the potential to become awakened, and your spiritual body awakened and deeply attached to Lord Chaitanya and liberated souls. Yeah, and you develop the ability to chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion, and then whatever happens to your body, it becomes insignificant. So that's the good news. See, that is better than good news, because once you get this taste, then whatever happens to the material body is, okay, whatever, I mean, it's less significant than it was when that's all you got, is that level of consciousness of who yourself as, I'm identifying as a body and as my mind, and all those material thoughts flowing through, and my material emotions. Oh, where's my money? Where's my wife? I just want, I want something, material. If that's your whole life, man, insignificant. You come here, man. This is the greatest thing. I tell you, people come here. You really understand. You really learn. You hear attentively these amazing conceptions about the absolute truth. You see the ecstatic devotees here, chant in ecstasy. Just learn from them. Once you get it, man, you'll realize, whatever happens to this material body is insignificant. Otherwise, you will not have that realization. This will be all in all, and all they do is say, "Hey, man, if you don't do this, you're not going to be safe," and you're going to fall into that well, more or less fall into that illusion of, oh, the government's going to give me safety, so let me do whatever they say, even though it's not a very safe thing to do. Yeah. See, people are becoming conscious that, see, all this stuff that's been done to the people in the world, it's been unconscious. They've been unconscious. They've been just, you as a kid, you could see the children growing up now. They act differently than many of our generation do. They're just accepting government control. They've been subliminally programmed in school. Obey, comply, follow orders. These things they're teaching in schools and on the mainstream media, people watching TV. Still, could you imagine people watching TV? They're still not awake. They don't understand. What am I watching? Programming, TV. All they do is program you. They give you orders, man, on all the media saying the same narrative, 3 or 4 narratives every day. Shh, shh, shh. And the next day you act. You act it out. Now that's unconscious. You're not conscious that you're being programmed. Well, people are waking up to that. Hallelujah. The depression of this world is already very much happening. But this Sangha, the way to the transcendental, the way to transcend this nonsense. Exactly. That's what we do here. That's what I do. Transcend it. We transcend it by this path of devotional service. See, there are elements of this, like in this other path, there was this guy teaching meditation. And he was teaching meditation in a very interesting way, and how to go deep into, communing with your higher self, and talking about what happens, and even about obstacles that come up and they have to be removed. So anyway, there was some sense of this kind of worship. See? Just like the American Indians, they also worshiping the Great Spirit. See, there's some elements of bhakti there, of communion. See? So, yeah. Okay. Okay, moving on here. Who else could be eligible to take food in the house of Sri Gauranga, who is non-different from Lord Narayan, with his wife Lakshmi Devi? The Supreme Lord has appeared in Navadvip, and these great personalities and demigods must have known of the advent and come in the guise of the sannyasis and to take prasad in their house. But okay, there's a deeper understanding too. So who else could be eligible to take food in the house of Sri Gauranga? Okay? Well, whoever gets the mercy. This Lord is so fabulous, man. Whoever gets the mercy, you can come and take food in the house of the Lord. You know where the house of the Lord is? I invite the Lord here every day. I'm here. My Lord, this parampara has ordered me. And it's a beautiful order. I love doing this order, man. It's not even like an order. Is give this connection. See, so that people can take food. Okay, now this is my Lord's house. Lord Chaitanya lives here. Radha lives here. Lord Chaitanya lives here. Krishna lives in this house. So who's qualified to take food in this house? Well, I come here to take food. I'm relish. This is this unusual, uncommon path that nobody practically can preach. You've never heard this kind of preaching. You have to experience this lifestyle. You have to experience God living in your house, literally the real deal, the real God. That's a great mystery to most. And understand this verse. Who's qualified to take food in the house of the Lord? Well, this is the house of the Lord, and I'm here to make other people's, I don't do it personally, as just by this preaching, by this association, by this emanation, see, by this service to the Lord. is invite the Lord into your houses, where, see, you come taking food in the house of the Lord. Okay, that's coming here. Sadhu Sangha is all about that. But what is the potential of that? You become like that. Your house becomes the house of the Lord. Okay? This is the work here, or the play. This is the drama, the play, all this stuff you see here every day. And it's working because it's people's, the Lord is saying, oh, look at this person. They come to take food in my house. My house is that I own this devotee. He owns me. Oh, you want to take my food, my remnants? Well, you got to go to that devotee's house. See, that's our sadhu sangha. You could look at this sadhu sangha is like a table. This is a table here. See, where there's different preparations of a feast. It's all spiritual and transcendental. See, you come here and you're eating with your ears and with your eyes. You see the food, you hear the food. See, you get purified by eating these remnants and these foods. See, this is the Lord's table here being set. Well, you got to find that's a bona fide guru. That's a real associate of Lord. How many of those you see every day? You think those thousands of gurus in ISKCON are like that? Or anywhere? They're very rare. Okay? And from one person, that's why they're usually sent. From one of those. And when the order is given, look how many are being made. I'll sit at the Lord's table anytime in front of Lalita Ganga or Johan. The Lord is there. I'll eat that food. I'll partake of it because they have real food. See, they are the verses. What are the verses? To those who worship me with love, I give them the real understanding, real knowledge. I'll get knowledge from Lalita Ganga and Johan. That knowledge is good, that is clean, is sincere, is coming from purified heart. If I'll take food there, the whole world, why shouldn't you guys? Or anybody else? Do you understand how this is working? I am. This is great. I love the way the Lord gives these new things. It's like a new flute tune every day, It's like the Lord, this is like a flute, He's playing the flute and it's got a little different song this way, that way, different angle. He's holding the flute this way, that. It's trippy. I love it, man. Great drama, man. Great show on this planet. Yeah. So who is eligible to take food here in this house? Here, this sadhu sangha, the table. Who's eligible to sit at this table? Well, we'll just see who the Lord is calling. Many are called, but few are chosen. Remember what Jesus said? Many are called, but few are chosen. Well, we call it, hey, man. Hey, Facebook. Hey, hear ye, hear ye. The table is set, man. Food is being distributed. Anybody want to eat at this table? Those who are eating here, you might want to just go do your own announcements, man. Hey, hear ye. Anybody want to come to this sadhu sangha to partake of this sacrifice, this food here we're getting? It's trippy. It's great. It gets you drunk on God's name. You get realizations of who God actually is. Prema is awakened in your heart very quickly, very easily, without a lot of trouble. And then attaining Krishna is like that, like lightning. Yeah, Janaki is connoisseur of this food. She is a glutton. She doesn't stop eating all day long, man. She loves this food. It's uncommon. I come to see her. She got her ears on, listening. Kirtans and people saying. Hey, I said this was the greatest show on earth. I have to, so the Lord has to prove that it's truly the greatest show on earth. Otherwise, I'm be a liar. You gotta have a great show. At least most every day has to be better than the previous day. A better Sadhu Sangha, more delightful accoutrements and preparations. Have to ever fresh preparations have to be on our table here. Otherwise, I'll leave and you'll leave and we'll all leave and look for the scraps somewhere else. Yeah, Freddie seems to like it. He comes often, Who else? I love this. When I see these things, it gives me inspiration. Oh, yeah, that's what he means. Yeah, that's the Lord's table. See, whoever the Lord draws here, they're the ones qualified. You don't have to be anything. Look at this pom-pom girl, waitress. Look at what she says. She likes this food. I love seeing a satisfied customer. I feel like, I thought she was the food service waitress, and I didn't know that. I'm talking about myself. I'm just a waiter. I come out here we go, and just lay it out here we go. I just lay it all over on the table here. Hey, what do you think of this preparation and that preparation? And I see a satisfied customer there, She's saying, oh, yeah, man, this is great, man. Blah, blah, blah. And I called you the waitress. I was talking about myself. I'm just a waiter and a bartender. Give out the holy name, man. And everybody, a lot of people getting drunk on it. I know Lolita, I see she watching the classes and she gets really like stoned. So I guess I'm a bartender too. And you guys are becoming bartenders and food service waitresses of this transcendental food. Giving you a transcendental occupation in this world even. You don't have to wait to die to, go where, and go where you never come back from. You just come back where you went or are. See, and then help others come in the door. You see, you go in and out and bring people in. Go outside the door and say, hey, come in the door. Bring them in. Go out, get some more candidates. Yeah. Freddie he snatches the Mahaprasad. That's because you're a drunk. You're a transcendental aholic. See, we're all pretty much like that here. Transcendental aholic. Transcendence aholics. And we're not so anonymous. It's so good to be a drunk on the holy name and pastimes of the Lord. You just want to share this boon with others and get them out of this miserable cycle of birth and death, man. This is a practical, wonderful, no nonsense, easy way, man. That's right. We pass out the drugs here. Krishna's name, ecstatic worship. Yeah, the holy name is very intoxicating. See, this is what people, when they go to drugs in the world, they actually really want this and don't know it. See, so we show them, the Lord he's the best way to alter your consciousness in a transcendental way. Consciousness is raised to the spiritual level. See, when you take alcohol, it dulls it. See, when you take other drugs, like barbiturates and all, it dulls it. Here, you take this transcendental drug of the holy name, is perfect. It purifies. It gives you intelligence. Your intelligence and understanding of truth expands. You get expansion. See, your feeling and closeness with your soul awakening in its relationship with God. This is treasure, man. This is gold. We should tax this like they tax pot. Should maybe Amy, you and I can figure out how to tax this Hare Krishna mantra and stuff. We'll copyright it somehow. I heard they tried to do that in ISKCON, or they threatened to do it or something. I don't know. So the Supreme Lord has appeared in Navadvip, and these great personalities and demigods must have known of the advent and come in the guise of sannyasis to take prasad in their house. Other than Brahma, Other than Brahma, who has the great fortune to eat in the house of Mahaprabhu? Some others express the opinion that the Supreme Lord, the only thing that is required to have and get what we have here is a little bit of faith. If people come here, you'll get everything. You'll get faith, and your faith won't be based on blindness. Your faith will be based on intelligence. You realize, yeah, man, this is fantastic, man. This is what I've been looking for. You come here, you'll hear truths and things that people haven't ever heard before. Even you'll get a product, an experience of life that is very rarely experienced in any lifetime. See, and so this, you'll get everything. You'll get all qualifications you need. I mean, that's how it is for me. I am anything special, but the Lord gives me everything. He gives me His love. He gives me His intelligence. He gives me, it's all, what Krishna said it. I am the intelligent of the intelligent. I can't claim to this intelligence. I just come here and I can engage in devotional service, and the Lord gives what He gives. I'm kind of like a beggar, Yeah. He gives good stuff, though, not hand-me-downs. New stuff, new things, all brand new. It's not like going through a thrift shop, And if he gets anything from a thrift shop, or we have anything, he reconditions it and it becomes better than new. Hey, this is my Lord. He's like that. You want my Lord as your Lord? Well, we're just naturally have that Lord there. We just may or may not know that Lord. So come here and we'll introduce you. Yeah, it's almost unbelievable. It's a science, but it's almost unbelievable. You know why? It has that unbelievable feel for it because it is so scientific here what we do, and it works so well that it's better than the science of this world, because this is the perfect science. The perfect science is how to quickly awaken our dormant love for God. And this science works so well. You just come here, and you'll get everything. You'll just naturally, and you'll get real intelligence, the essence of all intelligence. You'll get the faith in what we're doing, the faith to come back again, and again and again and again, because there's so much truth here. Truth is very attractive. These divine feelings you can see with your own eyes that people are experiencing is the most attractive thing when you understand it. You just have to understand that it's not crazy. Okay? People without these divine feelings, you'll see for yourself, are the crazy ones, the ones that need this. These, it's crazy to become attached to dead objects that have no life. It's crazy to become attached, and the love of money is insane because we're not that. See, you come here, your soul will increasingly awaken. What did I see? I'm feeling, I'm getting this attachment for God's name and his pastimes, his qualities. Oh, this is so much better. This feels so much better than these attachments to money, to material wealth, and even to mundane persons, and even to our children and our friends. I mean, that's not that you don't love your children and your family and all that. It's a detached love. They're not going to hold you back anymore. See, because people who their love for my child and my wife and my husband or my money is all in all, they're foot shackles. See, I'm teaching you Bhagavatam. These are great spiritual truths, very deep. I love them. Lord Brahma in Bhagavatam says, those who do not become devotees of the spiritual potency of God, the transcendental Lord, their families, their friends, their money, their wealth, their opulences in this world become foot shackles. Your children, foot shackles. They take all of your time, and then you die, and they die, and then you start again with a new family attached to your new child. And then when you die, you come again, you forget all about your previous family. Okay, this is the birds and the bees. This is what actually happens. That people don't know happens. Why? You got to come in the line. The line is here. See, this is the line of transcendental truth on steroids, actually. Otherwise, the transcendental illusion is out there looming on steroids now, too. Big Brother on steroids out there. This is fun. I love this. This is... You want to love reading the scriptures and relishing their taste. You want to love, chanting holy name and all these, any wonderful way. Any way is wonderful, actually. You want to taste that, the feelings up leveled into the heart and awakened in these feelings that are indescribable and so joyous and rapturous that you see your eyes. You think, am I bluffing? Can you actually, you want to have these transferred into you also? Am I bluffing, or have you not seen this in other people? Maybe even yourselves? This is so real here. This is the real raw deal. Well, not a raw deal, a juicy deal. The other's a raw deal out there. You listen to those persons out there, you go in fear and craziness and more illusions. And how much can these guys help you? Fauci's and Bill Gates and Trump's and even gurus, if they haven't realized what people are realizing here, what my disciples are realizing here, why not come to even a disciple here who's got prema because they found the real path and they follow it personally. They love their guru. See? Therefore, they truly love God. See, they're the verse. Yeah. They don't leave their guru, and therefore God doesn't leave them, gives them real intelligence. See, to also love the Vaishnav. Look at Lalita. She loves her guru here, right? She also loves Krishna. You can see that. You can see she loves her. She's following the real path. See the science of it. And persons like Christina, she's not following the science anymore. See, she's making up something. It's not the science. The Lord gave her a real guru, and she went out. And now she, oh, I don't need you anymore. I'm an ecstatic. I don't need any of you. Oh yeah, you don't like your family. Oh, really? You think that's going on in the kingdom of God? No, this is the training here. The transcendental family is developing here. You're off. See, thank you for your preaching there. See, so I get criticized even by guys like Karuna and our sangha. Oh, well, yeah, hey man, my job is my job. I do my job. I like my job. I love my work. I love to point out reality and show what is illusion, and to the very personal extent of the person still needing our help, so that they can understand and those following them can understand, so that they can get out of that predicament of lack of understanding, lack of real knowledge. Yeah, you see, Amy's got it right. Yeah, little souls, they got their own individual journeys. So there's some detachment in that. It needs to be there. Otherwise, the children, they manipulate you all over the place. You know, so that's when you have the Lord in command. Then you get a more better way of dealing with even your family. Mm. I think I got to take a break, man. I think I feel like laying down, man. Just lay in this bliss and rest up a little bit, because it's very. I feel like I had a nice meal, man, transcendental meal. See, and I had this too. See, I had a cup of coffee. It's okay. It doesn't get in the way. Yeah. But I know it's really the real thing. So the Lord's saying, okay, you want coffee? Ain't no problem. Have some coffee. But don't forget me. Don't forget the transcendental. See this? You can be normal here. As long as you're not excessively doing anything, that'll, even if you are, you'll get over it quicker. All right. Well, thank you, Mary, Sachi, and Ivo, and Shama Sundari, and Amy, and Aman, or Aman. I don't know. Is it Aman there too, or is it just Govinda? What happened to your phone, Govinda? Seem to be using Aman's phone a lot. Huh. Is it your account? Did your account get blacklisted or something? Best lecture ever. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, thank you, Lord. I just love this, man. I feel so blessed and privileged. You know, to relish these truths publicly and taste them and share this with others, and so that they become also able with these abilities also, and to have such friends like you guys. Wow, man, this is so great. I haven't even yeah, I never even personally met Shama Sundari. I haven't. I haven't. Well, I haven't even seen her in the body or anything personally. It's still great. Or Amy, or who else is there? Well, Amin I met, and Govinda, and Karuna. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, it's so great. Even without meeting them physically, it's very satisfying. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, Jay advises not to listen to you after 6 p.m. Who's Jay? Janaki? Yeah. Well, after 6 p.m., I get a little tired. That's why I like to do a thing, especially before I eat, like a regular meal. What happens if you leave the body in in despair? Oh, and is that what you mean, despair? Yeah, okay, if that's what you mean, you can correct me if I'm misunderstanding it. Uh, if you leave the body in despair, still look, you've got money in your transcendental bank account. You have this ecstatic connection with the Lord. The Lord will appear and you will feel attraction. See, because you got it now. Who is Jay? But the thing is, if I'm tired, I'll usually go off really quick. Sometimes it's okay. Yeah, it's good for you devotees to be clear, like Tom. Tom, it's good to get clear. Express yourself more clearly if you can do it. And same thing with Karuna. Express yourself. Sometimes he does, and sometimes he's just some kind of like, where the hell are you, man? I don't know. Johan advised to not listen to you when it's after 6 p.m. here. Oh, well, I don't know why. Why don't you ask him why? See, you got to question people when they say things. Ask them, well, why are you saying that? Yeah. So, Janaki, I don't know about leaving today. I don't know. Or, yeah, anyway, I'll give you a call afterwards. Oh, Johan's here. Maybe, yeah, he can explain. Yeah. Okay, I'm watching what you guys are saying here. Chicken. He was replying to Shama Sundari. Yeah, you and Shama Sundari, Amy, and you guys, yeah, you guys would be good friends. we got a nice family here. It's fantastic. Yeah, Johan's probably not here, is he? I don't think he's here. I didn't see him. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't reply. Actually, he may have a few secrets in there. Who knows? Do you want some more compliment, Guru Maharaj? Can serve some XD. What is that? More compliment? I'm just looking. I don't know. I'm just seeing what you guys are saying. It's interesting. You are big like the sun. Oh, are you going to flatter me? Okay. I love this family, Amy says. Yes, great. I do not think Johan said that. Okay. Replying to Shama Sundari. Why are you saying that, Shama? Shama? Yeah. Bhakti Tom. Johan said it shut off his phone and PC and internet after 6 p.m. and advised me to do that. Oh, said he shuts off his PC after 6 p.m. Oh, well, yeah, maybe he wants to be able to sleep at night or something. I am laughing to the moon. Amazing lecture. You're so funny. Janaki. Amy Rose. And we heard. And we love you, Amy Rose. Replying to Bhakti Tom. I heard him say that. Replying to Shama Sundari. I can't resist. Guru is awesome. This is my test to see if the flattery, I get a big false ego here. Well, you guys are connoisseurs. You're hard to please, so I have to really call Krishna and Radha so that they can please you guys because you're all spoiled. We're all spoiled, So if they don't put on a good show, at least 6.5 days a week, we might lose our audience. Fangirls. Yeah, you girl fans. You are spoiling us. You guys deserve to be spoiled, man. Hey, it's fun sticking around, see what comes out of your mouths. Good evening, Gurudev and all the Sangha. Dean Smith. Oh, yeah. Better late than never there, Dean. You can watch the replay today. It's fun. Very interesting. Don't miss it. Well, I'm going to go off soon, probably. People often say, I follow my heart, but what if the heart is contaminated? Yeah, well, that's the thing. If your heart is contaminated, then you're going to have a more inferior effect. That's the problem. People are following their heart. Yeah, say you love money so much, your heart is really into that. Well, you just end up becoming entangled too much. Mm-hmm. Hare Krishna. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll end it here. Seems the questions and comments are stopping. All right, so if you missed anything, anybody, watch the replay. We'll be back.